Hello, this is Adriana from Tasty Pastry Kitchen, and today we're going to make these lemon mochi bars. Now these are based off of traditional lemon bars, except they have a mochi filling on top instead of the lemon custard type filling that is typically used. The resulting bar is kind of chewy on top, which is a texture that I'm really loving right now, and we still have the shortbread cookie-like crust on the bottom. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is make and pre-bake our crust, which in this case is a tart dough. So to do that, go ahead and add some unsalted butter, powdered sugar, and some salt to the bowl of a stand mixer. We're going to want to mix that on medium speed until the sugar is completely mixed into the butter. Use a spatula to scrape up the butter and make sure that there's no sugar left in the bottom of the bowl. And then take your flour and add it in, and you're going to mix this on medium speed until the butter and flour are completely combined, and when you feel it with your fingers, it holds together really easily and feels like very lightly damp sand. Then add in your egg yolk and milk mixture and just mix for a brief burst until the dough comes together. You want to err on the side of under mixing at this point. Take all this dough and pour it into an 8x8 pan that has been lined with parchment paper. And using slightly damp fingers, press the tart dough down so it covers the entire bottom of the pan. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to cover the bottom. We're just going to be covering it with the lemon filling anyways. Let this chill in the freezer for about 5 minutes and then put it into the lower third of an oven that's been preheated to 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes or until it's really nice toasty brown. Now while the crust is baking, let's go ahead and make the lemon filling. Go ahead and crack 2 eggs into a large mixing bowl and give that a good whisk and slowly add in your sugar, your lemon juice, and the zest of 1 lemon. Pour in some melted butter, then add in your rice flour and whisk it until it's all combined. One note here, so the type of lemon that you use is going to affect the sourness of these bars. If you use Meyer lemons, go ahead and decrease the sugar by a couple tablespoons. And if you use the other varieties, which typically have a higher acid content, you can use the recipe as written. Okay, remove your tart crust, which should look a little more brown than this. I took it out a little bit too early, but it could really go in there for probably another 5 minutes until the entire surface is nice and golden brown. Then take your prepared lemon filling and pour it all over the top of your baked crust. Lower your oven temperature to 350 degrees and bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes or until the edges are nice and golden brown and the center is no longer jiggly. Let this cool completely in the pan before removing it, which you can do by just lifting the parchment paper and placing it onto your serving tray. This 8x8 pan will create 16 2-inch square bars, which you can make by cutting exactly like this. And of course you can add the signature topping for lemon bars, which is just powdered sugar, which you can sprinkle on using a small strainer. And here are the finished lemon mochi bars. We've got the really soft and kind of gooey lemon filling on top of the baked tart crust. You know what? I actually prefer these bars over traditional lemon bars, and the reason is that I'm not really a fan of the custard type lemon fillings. And it's really easy by just swapping out the starch for rice flour. I think it binds the ingredients together a little better, so what it creates is a more stable lemon bar. So this is great for like lunch boxes or things like that where you need something a little bit more stable. Anyways, the recipe with the ingredients and the full instructions will be on my blog, Tasty Pastry Kitchen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.